It's a lovely day today here in Northern California. Out for a ride on my two-wheeled machine, my 2013 Harley Davidson Dyna Fat Bob. Happy to be out here on two wheels. Segue incoming. Speaking of two wheels, have you or do you know anyone that rides on three wheels? Now, there are various varieties of three-wheeled vehicles that are available to ride out there, and in the state of California, none of those three-wheeled vehicles require an M1 license. So if you wanted to ride or feel the open road, feel like you're riding a motorcycle without actually riding a motorcycle or taking the time and effort to get your M1 motorcycle license, there are ways that you can do that. None of which are as affordable, I might add, though, as purchasing a motorcycle and getting your M1 license. Because I think for me it was like $180 for the course. It's free to get your license. And then my first bike only cost me like, I think it was like $1,400. So for under $2,000, I was a motorcycle owner, a motorcycle license obtainer. Yeah, that's a thing. So yeah, I had all that stuff for under $2,000, and you're gonna be looking more at probably like $20,000 to $30,000 if you want to ride a three-wheeled motorcycle or a three-wheeled vehicle. Now, this came to mind because I like me some motorcycle.com and follow them on Facebook, and they have some very interesting articles. Pretty much daily, I think they've got a new article up there all the time. And one of them was on the Polaris Slingshot. Now, this is not, when I first heard about this, and before I even saw pictures, I just figured it was kind of like the Can-Am Spyder, but it is not like a Can-Am Spyder. It only holds 2 passengers, and you can do a 2-up ride on a Can-Am Spyder, just like you can on a motorcycle. But on the Polaris Slingshot, you're looking at a 2400 cc. It's like 2380 something, but it's virtually 2400 cc's on that motor. It's got 2 wheels in the front, 1 on the back. It looks like it would probably be a more comfortable ride for a passenger because you're riding side by side instead of back to back, as opposed to riding like a motorcycle where you've got handlebars and you're leaning forward and you know, it definitely, you're looking at more of like a convertible Miata ride. They start out at like $19,000, and the top model tops out at $30,000, and it looks to me like a fun ride. I'm not gonna deny that it does look like a fun thing. There's also the celebrity factor, where if you got one of those, everyone's gonna be watching you as you drive by on your Polaris Slingshot. Everyone on your street's gonna want to come over and look at it and want to go for a ride with you. But it's just the new kid on the block. You know, when the Can-Am Spyders first came out, I'm sure that there was the same deal where everyone wanted to look at it and everyone wanted to go for a ride. So I expect that new kid on the block factor to go away after a while. But it definitely looks cool. It comes in a few different colors, I believe, and you can view them or drive one, test ride one at anywhere that sells Indian motorcycles. Granted that they have one on hand for you to test ride. In the state of California, again, all you need is a driver's license to drive a Polaris Slingshot. So you're not looking at having to go out and get your driver's license, your M1, and there's a lot more safety features on it. I would feel a lot more safe driving a Polaris Slingshot than I would riding a Can-Am Spyder. It also has like a roll cage for you. So the article didn't say specifically whether or not you would actually have to wear a helmet when you ride or drive. I'm guessing it's more of a drive, right? It probably has more like a naturally gas pedal and brake. But frankly, if I were to ride one of those, I would probably wear a helmet. Because you just never know if your head pops out, or if you've got a long torso and you're sticking up above that roll cage. You just never know. But my impressions of this thing are, if you're gonna ride a motorcycle, you're gonna ride a motorcycle. And if maybe you're too old, or they're infirmed in some way, or disabled in some way that you can't ride a motorcycle, then I'm guessing this would be a really good option for you. And if you've actually driven a Polaris Slingshot, go ahead and leave that in the comments. Tell me what you think about it. Especially if you're also a motorcycle rider and you've tried out one of the Slingshots, because I'm really interested as to how a motorcycle rider feels about riding the Polaris Slingshot. Also, go ahead and leave in the comments if you've ridden a Can-Am Spyder, because I've never ridden one of those and I've always been kind of interested. Actually, here in the city of Davis, which I'm now entering, the cops, some of them ride Can-Am Spyders. It's kind of funny to see them cruising around town on those things. To me, though, I always thought that the upside to riding a motorcycle for cops was to be able to get into smaller places, and maybe if there's traffic, they can lane split, especially in California. But with those Spyders, the clearance on those things, they're pretty wide. I wouldn't imagine you'd be able to lane split in one of those things. So anyway, just a thought I had when I saw the cops riding around on those. So again, my personal opinion is they're pretty dang expensive. I would definitely go out and buy me a like a Road King Special, or maybe even a Sport Glide. I really want to check one of those out. Haven't test ridden that yet, but hope to get on one of those here in the near future. But yeah, I'm all for trying out new things. If I can get out on one of those and get a video out to you guys, that'd be great. So I don't know if I'd be able to get a GoPro in there with me, but I definitely try for you guys. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. But that's all I got for you guys right now. It's a nice Saturday afternoon ride. If you guys feel so inclined, hit that like button down there. That's the thumbs up. And also, if you're in the mood, hit the subscribe button right over here to check out what else is going on with me. If you want to go straight to another one of my videos, click one of the links over on this side. Guys, if you're riding, be safe. And if you're not riding, get riding. This is that one guy, and I'm out.